All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Right now at 6, thieves caught on camera stealing thousands of dollars worth of items from a garage in Colebrook. We'll tell you what was stolen and what the homeowner told us. Oh, good morning. Thanks for starting off your day here at 6 o'clock with us. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Bridget Bureau. Great to have you here. You might want to grab a light jacket this morning. It's a bit cooler out there. You might enjoy it. Let's go check on the forecast with Rachel Piscatelli. Good morning.
It's a beautiful start. Definitely feeling like late September. That's what it feels like outside. Low humidity. We have numbers that are cooler than this time yesterday, anywhere from 5 to about 9 degrees cooler. So out the door, here's what it looks like in New Haven with temperatures that are in the low 60s. Winds out of the north around 8 miles per hour. It's 52 right now in Torrington, 53 degrees in Willimantic, 54 in Norwich, and we're in the upper 50s towards Chester now. Humidity is low, so that's certainly a different feel to the air this morning. Humidity remains low throughout the day today, so we'll get those numbers back up into the low 80s this afternoon, but it is going to be nice with low humidity, very comfortable overall, but a lot of sun too to help warm us up. Temperatures by noontime around 75 degrees, so it takes a little bit to get there. Near 78 at 2 o'clock, near 80 degrees at 4. So here's a look town by town for your area. Around 79 degrees in Trumbull, 79 in Waterbury, 81 in Hartford, 78 degrees in Tolland, Mansfield, 77 Pomfret, 77 degrees, mid-70s towards Groton. So for tomorrow, temperatures will start off near 60 degrees. Again, we'll be in the mid 80s in the afternoon, so we're slightly building in the numbers. We're gradually going to see those numbers peak by Friday. It turns very hot and very humid as we head to close out our work week. We'll have more details on that, plus any rain chances that are on the way coming up in just a bit. As we check in with the roads this morning, here's some good news for folks as you're traveling. We did have some earlier delays because of some road work in the area of 91. That looks okay this morning now too if you're traveling on the Wilbur Cross. Branford into New Haven now at 6 minutes. New Haven into Bridgeport is 29. New Haven to Old Saybrook is 26. We're going to check in with Hartford now. Some earlier road work in Enfield has cleared. Windsor to the 84 interchange is 3 minutes southbound 91.
It's kind of just who I am. I couldn't just sit there, watch that happen, and continue to go home.
It's a Fox 61 exclusive. A driver lost consciousness and crashed in I-91. A total stranger jumped in without hesitation, which likely saved his life. That highway hero is sharing what drove him to risk his own safety for a stranger. The man tells us this might be his first step toward a life in public service. Here's Fox 61's Tim Latow in Windsor Locks.
Just up this busy stretch of I-91, a frightening crash unraveling Sunday night when state police say a car smashed into the concrete median barrier, leaving the driver trapped and slipping out of consciousness. That's when a good Samaritan driving by on the other side of the highway pulled over and quickly took action.
And I saw the car lose control, and then I heard it hit the barrier, watched it scrape all the way down, probably, I don't know, maybe 100 feet or so.
Driving late Sunday night, Joshua Brown of Windsor Locks says he was about to get off at his exit on I-91 when he saw a car slam into the median on the other side of the highway, sending debris everywhere. In a split-second decision, Brown knew he needed to help.
I was raised that way. We'll leave it at that for sure. Always willing to help somebody. I don't have to know you. I wouldn't have been able to sleep at night.
He says he pulled over and ran to the other side of the highway and found a frightening scene. The driver slipping in and out of consciousness, eventually stopped breathing.
It was scary because, like I said, he was breathing, but it wasn't great, and then he kind of just got quiet and wasn't moving at all.
Brown says he worked to try to resuscitate him and was able to get him conscious again. Then he pulled the victim from the wrecked vehicle and got him to a safe area until state police could respond to the scene of the crash.
This person was actually in somewhat of a perilous position, and a good Samaritan who happened to be passing along that scene was able to get that person out to safety and ultimately save them.
Brown says he doesn't consider himself a hero, but perhaps in a twist of fate, he's destined to do more life-saving work, as he says he aspires to become a state trooper, a dream he's had from a young age.
Because it was a rough time being a police officer a few years ago. but I still have a calling to it. It's something that's kind of ingrained in me.
The 138th class of the Connecticut State Police begins in January, and Joshua hopes to be one of those trooper trainees selected to the prestigious group. In Windsor Locks, Tim Lateau, Fox 61.
Tim, thanks. All right, 6:05 right now. And police pulled a body from the Stevenson Dam in Monroe last night.
Yeah, Fox 61's Glenn Kittle joins us live with everything we know so far. Glenn, good morning.
Good morning, Bridget, Erica. This all happened yesterday afternoon. Police say they received a call from help in the area of the dam before they eventually responded to the scene and found that body. This all happened when police responded to the scene at around 3:18 yesterday afternoon. The Connecticut State Police, deep teams, Newtown's water rescue team, and the Monroe Trumbull dive team all worked together and eventually found who they were looking for. The body was found on camera at the base of the dam and was recovered shortly after. The person has not been identified. They're still working to notify the rest of the family members, and as of right now, the Monroe Police Department is investigating the events that unfolded before they eventually found that body here at the dam. We're going to continue to bring you updates as they come into our newsroom. But for right now, live in Monroe, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61.
All right, Glenn, thank you very much. State police have launched a new tool to give the public a closer look at traffic stops across the state. The agency unveiled an online dashboard that shows almost real-time data on traffic stops. You're looking at it now. Users can search by demographics, time of day, reason for the stop, and more. Records go back 10 years. The dashboard follows a 2023 scandal over phony ticket reporting. An investigation later found the problem came from bad record keeping, not intentional misconduct. The dashboard is now live, so head over to our links page on fox61.com to check it out.
Construction workers rallied in Samaritan last night to call for safer working conditions. Now, this comes after one of their colleagues died at a site in the city. Union officials say they believe the man's death could have been prevented. Fox 61's Valerie Moravi has more.
Yet dozens of members of the Carpenters Local 326 union came out to Samaritan City Hall Monday to stand in unity to protest for better safety at construction sites after one of their own was killed while on the job.
A powerful show of solidarity Monday as construction workers stood for safety to support one of their own gone too soon.
We came to City Hall and said, I know that's not in your purview, but there are things going on there that are unorthodox in the very least.
Back in May, police say 36-year-old Elvin Monzon Guzman, who was a trades worker, died at a job site on B Street in Samaritan. President of Carpenters Local 326 Union Miguel A. Fuentes says this incident is one part of a broader problem. He says they've been asking Samaritan leaders to support workers against unsafe conditions and wage theft, but he claims those calls were ignored.
But if they were watching this project from the beginning and put a set of eyes on it on a regular basis just to make sure things were being done above board, we could have saved this young man's life.
Fuentes argues on April 9th, multiple AR building company subcontractors were allegedly caught violating Connecticut labor laws at two different locations in Samaritan, one at 406 B Street and 105 Pomeroy Avenue. As a result, the company was issued several stop work by the Connecticut Department of Labor. The president of South Builder, the actual subcontractor of the project, told Fox 61 these allegations are not true. He provided payrolls issued in May that he says shows proof of payment to workers on the project. Acevedo told Fox 61 his company had all the proper safety equipment on the construction site. He gave a statement saying, "These documents show we were authorized by the Labor Department to continue working during this period in question. This also confirmed that all our employees were properly documented and in full compliance with legal requirements." In the wake of the tragedy, local carpenters are urging lawmakers to pass legislation that would hold higher-level employers accountable for workplace safety failures. State Representative Hilda Santiago, who serves the city of Samaritan, has joined the effort, saying a law in the books could protect construction workers in the near future.
How can we stop these tragic incidents if we don't put in the right legislation to make people accountable for what happens on these construction sites? So we need to really follow up up with our state legislators.
Now, organizers tell me they will continue to keep fighting for workers as they push for a legislation to hold higher up employers accountable. In Meriden, Valerie Moravi, Fox 61.
Happening today, a bill signing ceremony will be held for two measures to support access for maternal health services. It's set for 11 this morning in Middletown. Governor Lamont says the new law will expand access to birthing centers and improve mental health support for new moms. They also create a task force to study doula-friendly hospital practices.
Later in Washington, D.C., Senators Richard Blumenthal and Amy Klobuchar will host a forum on consumer safety. They're going to focus on alleged efforts by the Trump administration to weaken the Product Safety Commission. So far, the CPSC has seen leaders removed and roles shifted to other agencies. That's happening at 2:30 this afternoon.